And we're saying good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road today at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on show number 1898, 1898th show. They said it wouldn't work, and we're 2 away from 1900, which will be coming up on Monday, as we're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. It's hot. It's going to be in the 90s today. Remember, just go back to Christmas. At least I do, when it was like 20 below, and it was cold and whiz outside, so I'm all right. We can live with this right here. Happy birthday today to 3 folks. Sandra Bullock, the movie actress, having a birthday today. She's 59. Mick Jagger, the lead singer of the Rolling Stones, still out there going at it. Mick Jagger is 80 today. 80 candles in his birthday cake. And if you're a Cowboys fan, Bob Lilly, the legendary lineman, having a birthday. He's 84 today. Those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday, July the 26th. Again, low 90s today for your temperature. So if you're going to be out and about, obviously hydrate yourself. Probably don't want to wear black. You want to wear light colors. The black will just make you even hotter. Be sure and drink a lot of water. Make sure your pets have lots of water, and your livestock. Make sure they are hydrated as well. And you say, well, I gave my dog water on Monday. Okay. You don't want to drink hot water, and he doesn't either, or it doesn't either, or she doesn't either, so not it, but he or she. So make sure your pets are hydrated. This warm weather is going to be in the 90s the next 3 days. That's okay. It's summertime. It's supposed to be this way. We've got the national anthem, the verse of the day. Verse of the day, it's really good. They're all good, but I tell you, this was jumped out of me this morning when I was picking it. I thought, man, this is really, really good. And here it is. It is Psalms 91:11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Whew. Psalms 91:11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Wow. That's the God of the universe, folks. Telling him angels to go down and take care of him, guard her. Interesting. Back to school, of course, it's no tax weekend coming up on Monday. I'm sorry, on Friday through Friday night at midnight through Sunday night at midnight. Why do you say that? Because schools are starting. In fact, Greene County schools will start first. They start Tuesday of next week. Johnson City, where we are, Johnson City starts next Wednesday, a week from today. Carter County, Elizabethton City starts next Friday, as does Greenville City School starts next Friday. Then on Monday, got a boatload of them starting Monday. Washington County, by the way, starts on Wednesday as well. Then on Monday of next week, Hawkins County, Johnson County, Kingsport City, Rogersville City, Sullivan County, Unicoi County all start on Monday of next week. In Virginia, they all start later. They don't start to mid-August, with the exception of Wise County schools, and they'll start next Friday. But everybody else in Virginia will start 10th, 15th, 13th. So, or not the 13th, that's a Sunday. So, but the 15th, 10th, different times. So, but again, for Tennessee, Greene County will go in next Tuesday. So back to school is here. And the no tax weekend coming up starting Friday night at midnight and running till Sunday at midnight at all locations, all the schools. Back to school sale for clothes, computers, backpacks, pens, pencils, the whole work. So it'll be nuts. Somebody asked me, are you going to be anywhere near Pigeon Forge or Sevierville this weekend? No. It's on order. I got you. My buddy Inez is the one, Elizabeth and Cyclone shirt. It's on order. I got her one. So, because she's a sweetheart. Anyway, am I going to be at Pigeon Forge, Sevierville this weekend for back to school? Not a chance. You won't be able to stir 'em with a stick down there. Whew, lousy mercy. So we'll get my deals. You know where you can get some really good school supply deals is a Food City. They have a lot of backpacks necessarily. We've got all the pens and pencils and all that. And, of course, the computer's going to be sales tax free, so all that. And, of course, clothing-wise, Double C Western Supply, one of our sponsors, of course, all the kids' clothes are 30% off for the weekend. It's automatic 20% off, and then 10 more since it's tax-free, so it's 30% off for the school clothes at Double C Western Supply starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there you go. All right, let's get them in. National anthem. Here we go. Gave you the verse today, the national anthem. Who might do it today? I'm thinking it's probably Gabe Short's turn on the wheel. So let's make that happen right now. Here's Gabe Short with the national anthem. We'll take a look at some college football. Our guest today, Kim and Forrest, are coming in from Dancing with the Stars. Greg Seiger talking Major League Baseball. Lots going on. Trade deadline on Tuesday of next week, so there's a lot of movement and a lot of talk right now. And, of course, it all primarily centers and focuses around Shohei Ohtani from the Los Angeles Anaheim Angels. You've got a new contract signed by an NFL quarterback, broke the bank. The Cowboys cornerback broke the bank. Good grief. These guys are knocking down some major bucks. I'll tell you all about that, but first the national anthem. Here's Gabe Short on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. And
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live again. We are Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Hello, Andy Scott, one of our great sponsors. How you doing, sir? Farm Bureau. He's a dandy right there. That's a good one. And his sidekick, Daniel Grindstaff, had his release party yesterday. Forever Young, and the song released, which, of course, included, as we've talked about, the one, the only Dolly Parton. So, Daniel Grindstaff and the release party yesterday, Forever Young. So, it's out there for you to hear. See, I can't play it. Facebook will shut me down. I'd love to play it. I can't play music here, which I find crazy, but it is what it is. Hello, Carl and Poppy and Mike and Michael and Hobby and Jim, Tom and Kyle Wilson. I was in the neighborhood the other day and saw Michael. He's working on his lawnmower. Come down out of there. He was covered in sweat. He was working on his mower. So ain't nothing more aggravating than the mower won't work. I can tell you that from experience. But anyway, hello, Michael. Thank you, sir. By the way, the Cover Bridge Days lineup the entertainment lineup got announced, which is really cool. It's in September. Sister Sadie on Friday night, which is an incredibly good bluegrass band. They're going to be there. And Elizabeth for Cover Bridge Days on Friday night, the 22nd of September. Sister Sadie. And Saturday afternoon, Downtown Country and the Bullseye Band. Saturday night, Carson Peters and Iron Mountain will be there. They will be warming up. How about this? Larry Gatlin, the Gatlin Brothers Band. Now, them boys can sing. Speaking of someone who can sing in the house, ladies and gentlemen, he is as good as Larry Gatlin. How you doing, sir? Come over and come right here and say hello to me.
I don't want to interrupt you.
You ain't interrupting me.
I want to interrupt you in your
no. That's my buddy.
busy time here.
Look here, my man, Neil Hartley. How you doing, sir?
Sweating.
Sweating? Bright Ridge, what you out, trimming tree limbs?
No, and fixing problems.
Fixing problems.
Yeah.
You're the fireman, putting out fires.
Putting out fires.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing good. He's one of the good guys, folks. He could sing the phone book and I'd listen. Now you can croon.
No, I just enjoy doing it.
Oh, I know.
Enjoy doing it.
What is your favorite song to sing? He sings for the Lord. What is your favorite song to sing? If I said croon one, I'm not going to ask you now, but if I said croon one Sunday morning, what would you sing?
I tell you, I believe my favorite song that we do is "The Anchor Holds."
The Anchor Holds.
Yeah.
And it
Anchor
does.
holds. Yeah.
Woo. Good.
When you're attached to that anchor,
It don't matter what happens.
no matter what you go through, man, you're gonna be
The Anchor
be
holds.
all right.
The Anchor holds. You got it.
Yeah.
Put your fingers in his belt loop and hang on, because the ride's good. If you're
Yeah.
riding with the Lord, you're riding, ain't you?
You're riding.
The Anchor holds. I remember you guys. In fact, I've got it in here on my. Say, who was the foursome that sang it? You and Doug,
Me and Doug and Dad and Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith.
Yeah, and Chris sings it with us too a lot of times. Chris Payne,
Yeah. The Anchor holds.
Mr.
Woo.
Clean.
Yeah. What'd you get to eat today, Bubba?
Just some nuggets,
A little, and something cold to drink, right? Cool
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
something to cool off.
Love this man right here. He does a great job. So
Good to see you.
good to see you too, brother.
Enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. As always, Neil Hartley. In here getting a little grub. So anyway, Larry Gallon and Gallon Brothers Band will be on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, the Contemporary Christian Concert, Colton Dixon will be in town. All this for the, as we said, it's going to be for the Cover Bridge Days in September in Elizabeth. We'll have more to say about that. But Carson Peters will be there. Larry Gatlin, the Gatlin Brothers Band will be there. Sister Sadie. Let me see if I'm going to be able to catch it. I would be here on the front row for that one. Let's see. September the 22nd. No, I won't. I'll be at Sullivan East with Cyclone football. I thought it was the open date, but it's not. So anyway, that's your lineup for the Cover Bridge Days coming up in September in Elizabethton. All right, here we go. Got some folks making some money yesterday. Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the San Diego Chargers, contract extension. 5-year, $262 million extension. Puts him there through 2029. $219 million in guarantees. People keep asking me, where does this money come from? And I honestly don't know. I guess it's TV contracts. But you got somebody that's he's going to get $100 million this year for 16 games. He gets $219 million in guarantees. So what happens if the Chargers lay an egg and they're not very good and folks don't come out and watch them, or they can't afford to go out and watch them in California because the cost of living is so cotton picking high out there, and for whatever reason, they ain't making the money back to cover this money? I don't know. I was always raised, you bring in more than you take out. So that's what my dad used to say, always have more coming in than going out, son. That way you can have save a little money. Well, anyway, Chargers have signed this guy. It's not my problem, it's their problem. $219 million in guarantees, a 5-year, $262 million contract for Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Chargers. We told you yesterday Saquon Barkley signed a 1-year extension to run the football for the Giants, got a $2 million signing bonus. So also yesterday, 2-time Pro Bowl cornerback Trayvon Diggs from the Cowboys gets himself $97 million. It's now listen, guaranteed out of the 97 is $42 million. The man signed, check this out, I'm going to sign my name right here. You ain't going to believe what he got for this yesterday. A signing bonus. Tom Taylor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. The guy gets, well, let's do Trayvon's name. Trayvon Diggs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 letters in Trayvon Diggs' name. And the man got $21 million signing bonus. So you say that's crazy. It's not if they'll pay you. So I do think it's nuts, but you know, there again, if I'm going to get that kind of money, if you're dumb enough to pay it, I'm dumb enough to take it. Hello, Sue Bishop. Love the Anchor Holds. Oh, I do too. And Neil Hartley, those boys can sing it. See, if I could play it, I'd play all these songs. I'm going to check into that. I'm going to get somebody to check in and see why I can't play music. Even if it's just a snippet of Daniel's song, Forever Young, or the Anchor Holds, or anything for that matter. Some Kingdom Heirs. Oh, I was listening to them this morning. I go to the Rock of Ages, or my ever in need. All right, Andy Scott, Michael Shields, Jonathan Morton, hello, sir. Jordan Mitchell, Sue Bishop. Thank you, kids, for being with us. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. It's hot. So what would be good? Some Coca-Cola products, some Dasani water, a peach milkshake, Peach Sunjoy, frosted coffee. Any of those would cool you down from Chick-fil-A on a hot Wednesday. And don't forget at Phil's Dream Pit, it's Wing Wednesday today. Wing Wednesday on Wednesdays only. All right, Michigan coach, college football. Let's take a look at some college football. Jim Harbaugh going to have to sit out the first 4 games because he lied to the NCAA. Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh believed to be on the road to accepting a 4-game suspension to start the season. It's part of a negotiated resolution between the program and the NCAA. Harbaugh accused of providing false or misleading information to the NCAA during an investigation into alleged recruiting violations made during COVID. Now, Harbaugh was going to be off the hook until he pulled one last week. The NCAA alleges that Harbaugh lied to investigators during an initial meeting about the violations. Dishonesty to investigators is a separate Level 1 violation in the NCAA rulebook. It appeared as if both parties, his attorney and the NCAA, were headed towards a resolution of the matter earlier this year. However, while those negotiations were ongoing, Harbaugh refused to sign a document admitting that he was dishonest. He said, "No, I'm not signing anything." Well, you need to. I'm not signing anything. And he did not, and so therefore that really ruffled the feathers of the NCAA, and they said, we're going to put it to you. And so, but now, let's look at the Michigan schedule. He's going to miss the first 4 games. It's not a done deal. It's headed that way. They play East Carolina, win. UNLV, win. Bowling Green, win. And Rutgers, more than likely to win. So don't tear up for Jim Harbaugh too much because the first 4 games he's going to miss, East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, and Rutgers. Not exactly the meat of the Big Ten schedule. So, what they could have done, but they won't. To make a point, you're going to sit out the first 4 games in September, then that would have been a whole different story. That would have been the Big Ten conference, and that would have got his attention pretty quick. But that's not going to happen. He's going to sit out the first 4. That's not a done deal. Looks like it's where it's headed. For him to sit out the first 4 as the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're on the road again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Tomorrow we'll be in Elizabethton at Jewelers Bench. Friday, we're streaming media day for Elizabethton Sports. We are 24 days away from high school football. Yay! We sit down with our master schedule, and oh boy, we're going to be busy. Starting August the 10th, I think it is, our first girls soccer against West Green. We've got volleyball, we've got T.A. Duggar football, we've got Elizabethton JV football, Elizabethton varsity football, and we're going to be doing Milligan volleyball too. There's Danny Birchfield, big-time Daniel Boone guy. And Daniel Boone, I think, from everything I could read, is in a rebuilding mode. They lost a lot of kids to graduation. They got the Jenkins boy back as a quarterback. He can sling it. We'll find out on September the 15th, our home opener at the bank. Don't forget, again, it's Christmas in downtown Elizabethton, and one of the stops, of course, would be where we were yesterday, Cannon's Furniture. Christmas in July, all the Christmas decor is 15% off this week. I went upstairs where the 75% discount closeout clearance items are and made a purchase. Something I couldn't live without. So there's some good deals upstairs where they have the 75% clearance accessories. And again, don't forget at Cannon Furniture, through the end of the month, they'll pay the tax on any ticket over $999. So basically spend $1,000 at Cannon's Furniture between now and the end of the month, you get tax-free. Anything over $1,000 or anything over $999. So pretty cool. Very good. Coming up, we're going to be joined by Forrest Holt and his dance partner from Dancing with the Stars. And it's a fundraiser for Jeremiah School, which is a really cool thing to be supporting. We're going to talk about that. I'll let her, the young lady who sings, or not sings, but dances with Forrest and with everybody else, she and her husband, will be here in just a few minutes. And we'll let them talk. Top of the hour, Greg Salyer. Everything points. Look at this. All this is Major League Baseball. There is so much going on. And, of course, it all centers around Shohei Ohtani. And Evan Carter is now being kicked around. Evan Carter from Elizabethton playing for the Texas Rangers, one of the top prospects in all of Major League Baseball. Rangers are looking for starting pitching. I've said this for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Evan Carter will be one of the guys. The Rangers need starting pitching. They may give up Evan Carter to get what they need to help them out as they lead the West right now and being chased by the Astros. So Evan Carter, and he'll end up okay wherever he goes because he'll go to a team that, is needing some pitching. And so he's not going to go to a dud. So I wouldn't think. And I don't know if he's going anywhere, but I just know that he is one of the top 5 outfielders in all Major League Baseball prospects. I've got that list too. He's number 3 as the top 5 outfield prospects coming up in Major League Baseball. So he will be involved if the Rangers do some shopping, and they said they would, to bolster their starting pitching going down the stretch for the stretch run of the playoffs. And they're very much in the heat of it because they lead the division in the West, American League West. So I'd be surprised if he's not in the talks. In fact, I know he'll be in the talks for the Rangers. Now, it's just a question whether Texas will give him up. Say, nah, we're going to protect that one. That boy right there can play. We'll see. All right, more college football. Greg will tell you all about that coming up at the top of the hour. And then at 12:30, Jeff Birchfield joins us. He is in media days right now. Birchfield is right now, he's covering Tennessee High and Crockett's media days. And so then he'll be here talking about that in NASCAR. We still got more fallout between Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson. Larson is hot. He says, I'm not being respected. I'm being dissed. Dissed? Is that what you call it? Dished? Not dished. Dissed. Not respected by Denny Hamlin, and I'm not happy. All right. They're going to Richmond on Sunday. That may be decided up on the Richmond track. But anyway, so Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson are not getting along right now. They've got hurt feelings. So they're here. The dancing machine Forrest Holt is in the house. So the salsa, the Western salsa, I can't remember what, it's a Travis Tritt song. I don't know. I just know he does flips and dips, and he's doing it for Jeremiah School. That's all I can remember. So anyway, they're here. We'll take a break. We'll get them on here and let them talk because the young lady who is dancing with Forrest, and it's all about Jeremiah School. This is a really cool fundraiser. It's a really cool nonprofit to reach out and help. And so we want to talk about that, and we will after this break. We're on the road here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on show number 1898 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a break. We'll come right back after this from the place that's got that big sale going on. Here it is. If you're into Hey Dudes, you would want to watch this right here because here's Diana talking about Hey Dudes are going to be on sale for back to school for the kids at Double C Western Supply in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Double C Western Supply, Hey Dudes. You started with 600 pairs. You don't have 600 pairs now. You've been moving them.
They are selling, thankfully. But
yes.
Yes, we have a lot in the store. 600 pairs to choose from. 11 different styles for men, 14 different styles for women. And we do have some kids on the way. We ordered them. We've got the order, so we've got kids coming as well. This is some examples of the men's we've got in stock. All the men's are $65. Super lightweight, super comfortable, very supportive on your feet. And these are just some of the styles we've got. This is probably one of my favorites.
Mine too.
I love the pattern on it. It's they call it Grade Patriotic. So it's it's like the flag, you know, but it's kind of not as bright where you could wear it with about anything. The black on black has probably been the most popular in men and women, with the black sole and the black top. So just a very neat look that would go with almost anything.
What size? How big a size?
Oh my goodness, we go up to 15s.
Oh, good. You got my size.
And we start with a size 7 in men's. So that would even cover a 7 in men's is a 5 in youth. So if you have a child that would want to wear those, they can be covered now if they're a 5 in youth or bigger. That one they call a camo print, of course, with the brown and the tan and the greens and things. But also like this one, I like the ones that does not have the white sole where they're not getting as dirty. But that one has more of a grayish tan sole also. So yeah, we're very excited to have the Hey Dudes in, and a big variety and a lot of sizes to choose from. Patriotic flag And this is one that they've done recently, brand new. We've not had it long, and they sell fast. We were unpacking them and sold one like that. So a very popular design there on those wallets by area. So we've got all kinds of things for men. I think where we started with women's clothing and jewelry, we it's hard to overcome that misconception, but lots of men's, probably more men's than women's, clothing, hats, caps, belts, boots, you name it, we can get you outfitted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Social media, how do we find you?
Social media, we're on Facebook. We also have a Facebook group page and Instagram and also TikTok.
You got it. Love coming here, folks. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, the Double C Western Supply, first down in football. Again, great sponsor, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show on Railroad Street in Elizabethton, Double C Western Supply. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. What a treat. I've heard about this for many years, and so now I get to meet the lady who makes it go, her and her husband. Miss Kim Adler, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for coming over here and being a part of this. Dancing with the Stars. Husband's name is?
Mike.
Mr. Mike. How long y'all been hitched up?
23 years.
23 years. I ask this all the time. When I used to do Love Notes, I used to ask this on the air when people call in. Where did he take on your first date?
We never really had an official first date because we didn't want to date each other.
Okay. Let's move along, Biz. For the sanctity of the relationship, let's move on. So, but 23 years later, they're still going. So he dances with the girls, and you dance with the guys.
Yes.
Tell me about, for folks out there, because we have a lot of folks watching out of state, and we appreciate that. Dancing with the Stars, what's it all about? You're about to tell us. What is it all about, ma'am?
It's a fundraiser to help children, at-risk children in the area. We've been doing this for 14 years, and we've helped Stepping Stone Youth Treatment Services down in Limestone, Tennessee for the first 10 years. And then we helped a variety of people during season 11, and now we're helping Jeremiah School, which is a school dedicated to kids with autism.
Awesome. That is so cool.
It's amazing.
There's one of my favorite verses. Matthew 25:40 says, as you've done in the least of these, my brethren, you've done unto me. So when you're helping somebody like the Jeremiah School, kids with autism, which is based here in the Tri-Cities, I take that as you're helping the good Lord himself. So
Absolutely.
the school is here and there. How many kids do they have in the school?
They have
Ballpark number.
high 30s.
30? Yeah.
They started out with 9 kids when we first met them.
Wow.
So they've grown that
tripled.
much.
They've tripled.
Yes.
That's awesome. So they're raising money. The event is Dancing with the Stars at Meadowview. Tell me about this. You got five guys and 5 girls.
Yes. I
So-
dance with all the guys. They pick 2 dances that they want to dance, and then we teach them how to dance the dance and then make up a routine to the music. And
Wow.
we take the first 10, we dance, we have intermission, we come back for the second 10 dances. So we're doing 20 dances, and our stars from last year that won come back and do their encore.
Wow.
So it's an evening full of entertainment. Our judges are amazing. They're hilarious. It's an event you don't want to miss.
You got to be one tired girl at the end of the night because you're dancing with, good Lord. So you start out dancing with 5 guys,
Yes,
and then they go to the second round.
the same 5 guys, their second dance.
Wow.
And then my winners from last year do an
Wow.
exhibition.
So you're in tip-top shape, and so's Mike. You have to be.
Well, not tip-top, but we stay active, so.
This ain't her first rodeo. She's in pretty tip-top shape. Let's just call it. So you've got Forrest Holt from Elizabethton High School.
Yes.
Who else?
We have Josh Petty from University High.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have Scott Newton from Lowe's.
Okay.
We have, I have to look at my notes so I don't forget anybody.
No, that's fine.
We
Cool.
have Lucas Schmidt. He's with the Jonesboro
Jonesboro Repertory Theater.
Yes.
Right. I know Lucas.
And Brittany Whitson. She's also does a lot with Jonesboro Repertory Theater.
Yep.
Forrest Holt, of course.
Yay.
Caitlin Ryan. She works at Bowman Jewelers. We have Derek Michael. He and his wife own Medical Aesthetics here in Johnson City. We have Dr. Radhika Reddy. She owns RNA medical aesthetics,
Mm-hmm.
and Mackenzie Carrier. She's a teacher at Fall Branch.
Awesome. Those are
I don't think I forgot anybody.
those are the contestants, if you will. So, so do you ever nix it? Somebody says we're gonna come do this, you go, no, I'm not doing that. I mean, if they come to the dances, are you pretty agreeable?
We teach them.
There. So he's going to be on in a minute, our athletic director from Elizabeth. And so tell us about Coach Holt. You're doing a salsa, is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah. To a Travis Tritt song,
No.
West Coast Swing, and then Travis Tritt song, and the name of the song is
Honky Tonk Woman.
Honky Tonk Woman. There you go. Is that the old Rolling Stones song too?
Yes.
Mick Jagger's having a birthday today. Did you know that?
Happy birthday.
He's 80, still going.
Yes.
So, all right, so it's Honky Tonk Woman. He does that one. Then the second one is what?
Suavemente.
Yes. I'm an old country boy. You want to try it again?
Suavemente.
Yeah, that's way over my head. Suavemente. It's like an ice cream. So Suavemente. All right. That's what kind of genre is that? Jazz?
Latino.
Latino. All right. Suavemente. All right. That's cool.
It's perfect for the salsa.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long does the dance last, each dance? Is there a time limit?
It's about a minute and 30 seconds to a minute and 50 seconds, depending on the cut of the music.
Okay. So you got a minute and a half, minute 50. Then the judges judge. You come back with the second dance. The judges whittle it down to what's the winner get? Trophy?
A mirror ball trophy, just like the TV show.
There you go. Awesome. Now, the pressure's on this gentleman because two of the Elizabethan folks that was in this, they won it. Sean
Three.
Witten won it. 3. Jeff Jones.
Yes. Sean Witten.
Sean Witten and Justin Smith. So the heat's on Coach Holt because the 3 guys from Elizabeth that have been on there before have won. So this is very tough. It's very physically demanding for you and your husband. What's the most gratifying part of this for you?
To watch the growth
I would
of the
think so.
stars and the community
Yeah,
and the kids that benefit from this.
that's it. The Jeremiah
Yes.
School.
Yeah.
The event is, what's the date?
August 26th.
August 26th at Meadowview in Kingsport.
Yes.
It's open to the public.
Yes.
Tickets are limited because you have limited seating, but you can get tickets. And where do we get those at?
DancingWithTheTricityStars.com.
.com? Okay. Awesome. The 26th would be a Saturday night. All right. So that's good.
Yes.
Kim Adler and her husband Mike with Dancing with the Stars, benefiting Jeremiah School. Does Jeremiah School have a website or any way we can find
Yes.
out?
JeremiahSchool.org, I think.
.org or .com. So there you go. Check it out. It's a school for youngsters here in the Tri-Cities that have autism,
Yes.
which is an awesome, awesome thing to do. Awesome facility. All right. What do you want to leave us with? What's your favorite genre of music you like to dance to?
I love all music.
Okay. All right, I'm going to ask people this all the time. So I'm going to give you 2 tickets on the front row of any concert, anybody you can go see, live or dead, gone, present, still kicking, gone. Who would you want to sit on the front row and see? You and Mike, 2 tickets front row. Who you want to go see?
There's so many.
Well, you get to, all right. You pick 3. I'll cheat. You get 3.
Okay, so who would I want to see? Elvis.
Oh, okay.
I think I'd want to see him.
Okay.
I'd probably want to see New Boys.
All right. New Boy.
And
And Elvis, you got one more.
maybe Celine Dion.
Okay. Can't go wrong with that one either. All right. That's good. So Elvis, New Boys, Celine Dion.
Yep.
There you go. You and Mike,
Yes.
front row.
Yep.
Popcorn, soda
I'd
pop.
go anywhere with him.
There you go. After 23 years, for a guy you didn't really want to meet to begin with, and now you married him, I think it's awesome.
He taught me how to dance.
He taught you how to dance.
Yeah, I've been dancing for almost 20 years.
Awesome.
And he taught me how to do it.
That's love there, right there. That's good stuff.
Now we get to share our passion with willing participants for this charity.
Mike and Kim sitting in a tree, Kissing. There you
Yes.
go. You're awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck
Thank
to
you.
you. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
It's awesome. We'll take a break. We'll get the other side of the contestant, the other side of the dancing team. Coach Holt right after this break from one of our great sponsors. How about the good folks right here at Chick-fil-A where we are broadcasting live again. We'll be right back after this. As soon as I find the Cobb salad, it's up here somewhere. I got so many of them. Good Lord. There it is. Cobb salad on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. He's here. Coach Hull was with us, what day, yesterday? Yeah, he was yesterday, yep. So here, this is the rose and the thorn right here. This would be the thorn, and this is the rose. So,
In case you couldn't tell.
yeah. So talk about it. So she's taught you, when you walked in there, did you have any inkling how to dance at all?
Not past embarrassing myself. So, so I could say Mike and Kim have taught me everything I know about dance, and which was from scratch. And it has been, you come into it and you're not sure what to expect. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought, just come in with an open mind and really just go for it, give it my best effort. And I'm so glad that I've been able to be a part of this so far. Started really back in late April, trying to learn, how to move, how to step, how to turn a little bit, where to put your weight,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just been a wonderful experience, and I've had a blast.
So what do you think? Is he learning?
He's learning.
All right. So you guys do a lot of moves, right?
A lot of moves.
Yeah. Don't you flip her over your back or tell me, you put her up in the air and do all this gyration?
Yeah, so we've got a few lifts worked
Lifts.
in.
There we go. Got a few lifts.
Little stunts.
I got to learn the lingo.
Yeah.
Lifts and stunts. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there's an overhead lift. There's a behind the back stunt. A couple smooth moves
Smooth
that
moves. Yeah.
Kim has worked in there, and
Yeah.
so it's fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have to do it just one time,
Right.
and she has to do it
Multiple times.
working with 5 different people
Mm-hmm.
in 2 different dances, and so she's tough. She's great at what she does.
So when he's got you up in the air doing them lifts and stunts, did you ever get? You probably got it down pretty good now. But in the beginning, were you nervous?
I'm never nervous.
Okay.
I'm a daredevil.
Okay. So you weren't scared of him dropping you or
No,
slinging you like a rag doll or something? Okay, because he's pretty
I
good.
get slung all the time. It's part of the job.
Part of comes with the territory. This is awesome.
Yesterday, in practice, I tried to
He about took me out.
WWE Goldberg spear into the.
We leave all that in the studio.
Yeah. So
There's a
I
note.
took a little. I was supposed to, catch her from. She kind of does like a little basket set, and I was tripping forward and tried to,
Yeah.
look like
I've got a-
4th down and 1
I've
instead.
got a visual.
Yeah.
So, and she's okay. She's here in
She's
one
okay.
piece.
She's okay.
She bounced right back up and
She's
kept
very
trucking.
tough,
There
yes.
you go. So, hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia watching. Thank you. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Dancing with the Stars, August 26th. Tickets are available. And so, you feel good about this?
I feel good. There's a couple days I left not feeling so good, and a couple days you leave and you feel great about it. So right now I feel great about it, and we're just going to keep practicing and tuning it up and do the best we can.
You feel good about it?
I feel good. 31 days.
31 days in the countdown. Well, good luck. We're pulling for you because you got that orange and black.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
If you don't know, he's our athletic director. What?
No, yeah, don't forget to vote if you haven't voted for one of the dancers, preferably me.
Oh, I don't know. Tell us. I didn't know you could vote. How's that work?
So you go on Dancing with the Stars on Facebook. There's a link that you can go in and about the way you vote is to donate, even any amount, monetary value, and that goes towards votes for the dancers. So if you haven't voted for me yet, get on there and donate and vote. And again, all that goes to benefit the Jeremiah School.
The money goes not to Forrest, it goes to Jeremiah School or to Kim. It goes to the school for the kids that have autism.
Correct.
That's an awesome charity to support, no question. All right, so we're ready. I'm kind of excited, so I may be there.
Well, you need to be.
I may come. I may
you
come.
need to be. It's once in a lifetime.
Yep,
Literally.
literally once in a
Yeah.
lifetime. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks, Coach. You know, I'm a big fan of this man. Think the world of him. He and I have been working together how many years now?
That's time flies. I don't know, 5
5 years.
5 years.
Since your
yeah.
fifth year as AD?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, done incredible things at Elizabethton High School, he and the leadership team, because, as I said earlier last week, where else in Northeast Tennessee are we building more bleachers for football? Because the demand's there. You still got the legal pad full of season ticket holders.
Yep.
Waiting list.
You got it.
Unbelievable, folks. We play up here in Science Hill. We'll have more there than Science Hill will. I'm telling you. Did we not at ETSU?
Well, we will.
Did we not at ETSU game? We did.
We did, yeah.
I mean, I was up in the I'm looking down. You know, I mean, Science Hill have a big crowd. I promise you, Cyclone Nation will be packed in those bleachers.
It will be packed.
Yeah.
We show up, and that's and you know, we love it.
Yep. Daddy always said, boys, leave them, kick up a little dust, let them know you've been there. We will. Thanks, Coach. Coach Kim
Thank you,
Adler.
brother.
Coach Forrest Holt. Love these kids. All right, we'll take a break. We want to get her in because something else cool is coming in September to help kids with diverse abilities. It's the football camp. We'll let her tell you all about that right after this from Farm Bureau on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and want to get her, squeeze her in as well, because she's got something really good going on in September. Now, the Jeremiah School is for the kids for autism. That's going to be happening August 26th. Yours is September the 23rd
Yes, sir. September 23rd. Also
at the
is
bank.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Going to be a super exciting event for kids with diverse abilities, kids that can't normally participate in a regular season sport activity, regardless of the reason. And so everyone's welcome to attend. Completely free camp. Nothing else like it in the state, nothing else like it in surrounding states. Completely free adapted football camp. Psychic Therapy Partners and Witten Huddle hosting that. And of course, we have a few sponsors that are sponsoring our stations. And so we would love to have more sponsors. They can visit us on Dream Team Adapted Sports on Facebook. Always have room for more people to support this incredible, incredible event.
The kids run through the helmet.
They run through a helmet.
Tell
Kind
me
of
what else
Friday
they do.
night lights, but on a Saturday. So we turn on the stadium lights. They get their names announced. They're running through the helmet. They're out there tackling dummies. You know, we're adapting the stations. We're modifying it
Sure.
depending on the child. But they are absolutely out there, you know, up against area high school athletes and college athletes that are there to volunteer. And it's a show. It's a show.
And the parents love this.
Parents love it. Kids love it. They're sleeping with their jerseys. It's something that they talk about for months later. I still have people even a year later telling me what it meant to their family, meant to these kids. Absolutely incredible event. I think our volunteers get more out of it than the kids themselves, our campers. And so always looking for more volunteers. Would love to have tons of volunteers out there cheering for these kids, supporting them. Promise it's worth it.
Absolutely, it's worth it on September 23rd. Again, you go back to that verse, Matthew 25:40. As you've done unto the least of these, my brother, you've done unto me. I always take that literally. When you help somebody, I take that verse if you're helping the good Lord himself. And you're helping these kids. And that's what this is all about for these kids. And they run out on the field. They get their name announced. You heard her say. They get to take home a jersey. I mean, it's a big deal. And last year, geographically, as we said yesterday, you had them from all over the place, didn't you?
Yeah, we had originally over 100 campers registered from area states, Nashville, Knoxville. Pretty big event. So we hope to exceed that this year. Hope to have even more campers and volunteers out looking for a good time.
Absolutely. Want more. And so if you're out there and you're watching and you're not from the Tri-Cities, you're not even from Elizabethton, that's what we want. We want This is for anybody and everybody to come be a part of this. The coaching staff will be there, so it's not just a bunch of parents. They got actual coaches donating their time for this, right?
Absolutely. So we have area coaches. We have, of course, some of our high school and college athletes out there. We have area special education teachers, administrators. I mean, everyone really shows up to support these kids.
Yep. And so that's what's going on September the 23rd. How do we get more information? How do we say, I want to give, I want to be a part of it? How do we get a hold of you?
Dream Team Adapted Sports on Facebook. You can get a hold of us there.
Yeah. What do you think about your husband dancing?
Listen, we've been practicing the weight room. We had to move the his and her, squat benches to the side to make room for the dance floor. He is practicing so hard. It's been amazing to watch from the beginning. I think Kim is a little bit of a magician, a little bit of a magic worker there. I think you'll be impressed. He might be the dark horse of this competition. You never know.
Yep. So when you met him, did you ever dream that someday your husband would be in a dance contest?
Definitely not. Definitely not. A lot of things he might have competed in. Didn't
Dancing
predict
was one of them.
dancing was one of them.
No.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So he's getting outside of his box. It's great.
Way outside of his box, and
Yeah.
I think you'll be impressed.
And you're impressed with him.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you,
Thanks,
lady.
Tom.
Oh, yeah. Quick break. We'll be right back. Again, that's Jessica Holt with the camp coming up on September the 23rd. Again, the name of the camp is?
Dream Team Adapted Sports.
Dream Team Adapted Sports. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Chick-fil-A. Top of the hour talking Major League Baseball. Then Jeff Birchfield comes along. He's at Media Day as we speak. He'll have a bird's eye view on the Crockett football team. Excuse me, the Tennessee High football team. And NASCAR. All that coming up later in the show. We'll be right back after this where it's Wing Wednesday at Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Our buddy again from right here at Phil's Dream Pit, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Brian Pipkin. Every Wednesday is Wing Wednesday. Tell me about it.
Wing Wednesday is something new that we're doing. Interesting story with Wing Wednesday. We did a catered event for a company called Trade Bank. Most of their customers are also our customers. So when we catered this, we're catering 90% of the people there have already eaten our food. The owner of Trade Bank requested wings, and I said, I'll whip you some up. Not something we normally do, but we'll work it out, which is a great thing we'll do for you. If we need something, we'll try to work it out for you. If you need something special done, especially on a catering, we want to make our customers happy. So we did some dry rub wings, which Phil's done a lot in the past, but not most of the time he does them for him or for the team or for a special occasion, but not something we've done in the restaurant. And all of these people came up to me and said, please, why can we not order wings? Why are these not on your menu? What's going on? Are you crazy? And I said, well, I don't have the smoker room to cook wings. We can't figure that out. But started working on it, and I said, you know what? Can't figure it out, but maybe I can figure it out one day a week. So I'm going to fire up, when we fire up the smoker and put pulled pork on it, we're going to put wings on with it. We're going to cook them today and have them ready to go for you for tomorrow. Every Wednesday we're doing that. We're serving wings. We've got our Memphis style dry rub, which is my personal favorite, probably our best seller. It's the same rub we put on our dry rub ribs that we put on wings and smoke them. We do have a spicy buffalo wing. We've got a dry fire wing that's got a little hotter seasoning on it than we do here in-house. Got a garlic parmesan, and then we've got what we call an original sweet wing. It's just a wing that's got our sweet sauce on it, and the customers seem to really like them. We got a lot of people that come in here every Wednesday just to get the wings, and if you've not had a smoked wing, it's a different experience. Chicken really takes the smoke flavor well, so despite what sauce you may put on it or what kind of rub you put on it, the heart of it's that hickory smoke coming off that smoker, and they've been really good. We're happy with them, happy with the way they're doing it. It's something we plan on continuing doing. So Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday, only Wednesday, unless you have a special event and you need wings for that. You know, if you go to give me a week or two notice and you say I had a gentleman to get 200 for a church the other day, and he said, can you have me 200 wings on this day? And I said, yes, sir. You've given me enough notice. We'll have you 200 on that day if you want them. So if you need them on a Tuesday or a Friday or a Saturday, if you call us ahead, we'll try to have them ready for you if it's as long as it's an order worth a run. But yeah, Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday.
Phone number to call is
423-349-6437. You can order most of our menu online at philsdreampit.com. Wings are not on there because they're too hard to take on and off every Wednesday. But if you want wings, just give us a call on a Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, folks. Every Wednesday, 349-6427 right here.
37.
349-6437. Try to do that from memory. Tells you about my brain. 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue and Wing Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Tomorrow, the Jewelers Bench in Elizabeth, and then Friday, we're going to be doing the Media Day. So we'll be streaming the Cyclone Media Day on Friday. Here it is. You want to get a part of it? So here's what you can do. You can play golf on that Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning and then go to Dancing with the Stars that night. Here it is, the charity golf tournament for Isaiah 117 House. Donnie's here with us. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good, Tom. Thanks for having me on again.
Yes, I love it. So you're up to 10 teams already. You're ahead of last year's schedule.
Way ahead of last year's schedule. At this point, we only had 2 or 3 teams signed up, and we had 22 teams come out. So, I mean, feeling really good about getting to sell out this year and hopefully getting sold out here in the next couple weeks. So it's been good to see the traction and the support behind it.
Give us some nuts and bolts of the golf tournament coming up on the 26th.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're rolling with a 4-man scramble. It's going to be the format that morning. 9 a.m. start time, 7:45 registration. You're going to come on out and play some golf. We're going to have breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A, Johnson City Crossing on there. Tim's really kind to do that. We've got some tee gifts that are going to be a part of when you sign up. We got Fairway Golf. One of their co-founders is an ETSU grad, David Drainville, and he's donating a sleeve of golf balls from their golf ball company for everyone. So that's what we're doing to get it started. We'll have some hole contests going throughout the day, some closest to the pin, long drive. We got a whiskey challenge out there, so all sorts of fun activities. And that way, if your team doesn't win, at least you have a chance to maybe win something a little out there.
Absolutely. If your team doesn't win, you may win something individually.
That's right.
Wins win, right?
Wins a win.
Yeah,
but at
that's
the very
cool.
least, you're going to have a fun day out there
Absolutely.
playing golf with your buddies. The weather, I already know it's going to cooperate. It's going to be perfect. So I'm just feeling it or speaking it into existence.
Yep. It's going to be good. So it's team of 4, $60 a person, or $240 a team, right?
Yes, sir.
If I don't have a team, if I come in, you'll match me up with somebody, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's why we let people sign up as an individual, because there's always going to be a couple guys that they want to come out and play in this, but they maybe don't have 4 buddies they golf with, and so this will be a good way to meet some guys and get out and still play some golf.
Now, this year you're helping the Isaiah 117 house in Elizabeth and Carter County, right?
Yes, sir.
It's that house.
Yeah.
Because they're all over the place now.
They are. I saw they just opened up a new one in Texas like a couple days ago, so they're always opening up new houses. This is our 2nd year in a row specifically working with the Carter County branch, so really glad to be working with them again.
Yep. So when you play golf on the 26th at Pine Oaks with Donnie and the boys and the girls, if they come out, the ladies too, you'll be helping the Isaiah 117 house. That's awesome.
It is.
So how do we get signed up? Do you want me to put this up here on the screen again?
We got a little QR code that you can go to right there. You can also follow us on Instagram, Dudes of Hazards, and there's a link in our bio that takes you to the sign-up page for this. So our Instagram handle is @DudesOfHazards. So pretty easy to find us on there. Just follow that QR code that Tom's holding up, and that takes you to the link to register. Sign up and pay for your team, and then we'll see you out there that morning.
It's awesome. Great calls, Isaiah 117 house.
Absolutely.
Yep. You're doing a good job of doing this too, sir.
Appreciate it. It's been fun.
Good Lord's going to look down on you for doing this to help these kids out. So
Thanks, Tom.
Yep, you're welcome. Our buddy Donnie again with us from Chick-fil-A. We are live here again. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We've got Major League Baseball to talk about a ton. Shohei Ohtani. Oh, boy, where's he going? You think the Angels will keep him? You think they'll trade him?
I'll be honest, Tom. Not a big baseball guy
Not a
myself,
big baseball?
so couldn't give a good insight on that.
And could care less.
Yeah.
There you go. And I appreciate your honesty. So there you go. You're a hockey guy, right?
I like hockey.
Yep. So your team is
Bruins.
The Bruins.
Saw Bergeron just retired yesterday after 20 years, so that was kind of a
Bummer.
bummer.
Yeah. So the Boston Bruins.
Yep.
Are the Predators going to be any good this year, you think? Are they doing anything?
They'll always hang around. They'll be a playoff team every year. I mean, they got a good setup down there in Nashville.
Yep. All right, but you bleed, what is it, black and gold, the Bruins, and that's the Bruins colors?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Thank you, sir. Quick break. Right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Are you needing a better night's sleep? We have a huge selection of mattresses in stock, so you don't have to wait to sleep great. Plus, right now, we'll pay your sales tax and you get a free 7-piece sleep pack with select mattress purchases, plus free delivery and setup. Come into Cannons today and sleep great tonight.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Again, happy birthday to Sandra Bullock, having a birthday today. She's 59. Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones. Terrible British accent, thank you. He's having a birthday. He's 80 today. If you're a Cowboys fan, Bob Lilly, legendary lineman for the Cowboys, having a birthday. He's 84. Those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday. July the 26th. Thank you for being with us wherever you may be. Hello to Amy Whitson, Reba Whitehead, Bernice, Christy Riddle. Hello, dear. How are you? Mandy Lewis, Susan Bishop, Carl Wilson, Jordan Mitchell. Thank you all for being out there with us. All right, let's take a look at some college football. Oh, yeah. By the way, we're 24 days out from Cyclone football. The Cyclones and Science Hill, we're so excited. Got more sponsors coming on board. In fact, got more sponsors really than I can. And I'm not bragging. It's just very gratifying. All right, it's Fisherman Friends time. Just very gratifying that folks want to be on our broadcast. Coach Van Huss and I will be with you on the road games, and Coach Eddie Pless and myself will be with you on the home games. And Dr. John Minton will be with us come basketball season. So good stuff. We're very, very excited. So our pregame sponsor, Phil's Dream Pit. Our new halftime sponsor is the Coffee Company with Frankie downtown. What a nice lady. We've got can't remember who the postgame sponsor is. Got a new one. Oh, can't remember. I have to go back and look. Anyway, we're very excited. 24 days from today, Cyclone football right over the hill at Kermit Tipton Stadium. The Science Hill Hilltoppers and the Bank of Tennessee and the Elizabethton Cyclones and Carter County Bank. The Railroad Rumble Part 3. Cyclones won the first year. Science Hill won it last year, so this is year 3. It's a great game to kick off the season. And don't forget, August the 10th is the inaugural East Tennessee Football Jamboree. Coming up on the 10th of August, that'll be at ETSU. Science Hill, see if I can do this by memory. Science Hill, Daniel Boone, Crockett, Westridge, Elizabethton, and Volunteer, and Dobbins Bennett. Gosh, I hope I got them all. Try to do it from memory, and I know how that goes. See, Science Hill, Crockett, Daniel Boone, Westridge, Dobbins Bennett, Elizabethton, Volunteer. think that's it. So, anyway, it's coming up on August the 10th. It's open to the public, of course, so be a good chance to get over here and get a little sneak preview. Everybody's talking football, talking sports, talking back to school. As we said earlier, Greenville starts back on Tuesday of next week. Let's see, Carter County, Elizabethton, Bristol, Tennessee City, Greenville City all go back next Friday. Johnson City will go a week from today, August the 2nd. Who says it's too early? Who thinks it's too early? Labor Day, Memorial Day is when we used to go to school. But they don't ask me. So that's when everybody's going back to school. And then on Monday of next week, or week after, the 7th, will be in no particular order: Hawkins County, Johnson County, Kingsport City, Rogersville City, Sullivan County, Unicoi County. Washington County, Tennessee starts a week from today. And Virginia's all schools, they all start later in August. So there you be. All right, college football. Everybody's talking about Georgia. Well, been reading up on, some folks are quietly saying, don't look now, but here comes Alabama. There's Coach Goulds, one of the good guys. He's one of the delivery guys here. They have a delivery thing, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're averaging, what they say, 10 to 15 deliveries an hour. It's unbelievable. The amount of volume this store does, this restaurant does here, it really is unbelievable. So anyway, Coach Goulds just went on a rabbit trail. So everybody's talking Georgia, can they three-peat? And that's a big story, and it should be. But what about Alabama? They're almost like the underdog now. Got a new offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees. Came over from Notre Dame, brought that quarterback with him. Tyler Buckner, and also Ty Simpson and Jalen Milroe, the three quarterbacks battling it out for the starting spot with the Crimson Tide. Then you have Clemson with a 2-year playoff drought with Dabo. They look like they're prime ready to go. Ohio State's Ryan Day can't win a national championship. Jim Harbaugh, Lincoln Riley, and Brian Kelly are all 0-7 in college football playoff semifinals. They ain't got the answer. So everything points to Georgia and Athens and to Tuscaloosa. So we'll see. Saban being the underdog. Team has its 3 toughest games against Texas, Tennessee, and LSU will be at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. Tennessee goes there this year. Alabama also has Texas and LSU. The Crimson Tide is 59-2 at home. So don't feel too sorry for him. He just sit down on the chair. He just comes and sits down on the chair. We're going to take a break. We'll officially invite him in. He's plopped down. Just teasing. We'll officially bring him on. I'll let him talk right after this break. From Chick-fil-A, we are live. We're on the road. We got a lot of baseball to talk about. So if you like Major League Baseball, you've come to the right place. This is the man who knows it. We're going to talk it next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if I help somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. He always does on Wednesdays at noon. Greg Sawyer talking Major League Baseball. Is your mother watching?
She should be watching.
Hello, Ev. Oh, Tom. That's what she does, isn't it?
That's what she does.
Every time I say
You got
something to
her
her, she'll
now.
go, oh, Tom. And she'll smack me on the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for Verna's funeral. Saw her and said, hey, Ev. Tom. Hit me on the arm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a jewel.
Yeah.
How's everything going? You busy?
Yeah, been a little busy. My wife had a little eye surgery yesterday. Got her taken care of.
Good. She can see you better now?
Yeah.
That's all matters. She can
Yeah.
see her man. How many years y'all been hitched up there?
26.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I asked Kim a few minutes ago, where did you take Wendy on your first date?
Outback.
Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Bloomin' Onion.
In Gastonia, North Carolina.
Wow.
Picked her up at work and took her to Outback, and I don't remember what else we did. I know we went to Outback, so that was it.
Hold on just a second. I got me cramp in the back of my leg.
Uh-oh.
Been sitting too long.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess I need to start dancing. Like Coach O.
Oh, that would be
entertaining. No, it wouldn't. You talking about
that would be entertaining.
Like a newborn calf on ice. No. No. That would not be good. Evelyn Sawyer says, hello, Tom. Hi, Ev. Does she ever wear my Tom Thunder Sports t-shirt around anywhere? Does she wash windows with it, or does she wash the car with it, or?
Probably.
There you go. At least you're honest.
No, maybe. When are you going to be at her Food City again on Friday? Because that's you know which one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Due to be up there in September, I think. So.
All right, maybe she'll wear it and come up there and
say hello.
Say hello.
Okay.
That's about the time she goes.
Yeah.
About
the same time on the show.
Yeah, about the time you're on the show.
Does her weekly shopping at Food City and Volunteer Parkway.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it started. We got all this talk about baseball.
Lot going on.
The Braves, a triple play last night.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's not been a triple play like that, I think, since, 1884?
1884.
Yeah.
By the Providence Grays. Center fielder catches it, Ozuna. Doubles the runner off at first.
It was Michael Harris.
Michael Harris,
yeah.
The left-hander, that's right.
Yep.
And he makes the catch, throws to first, doubles him off to first base, and then the second base runner's dumb enough to take off running.
Tries to go to third.
And Riley throws across the diamond and pegs him. 8-3-5, triple play. First time like that since 1884.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the Braves were aided by a little bit of, let's put it this way, horrible base running by the Red Sox.
Yeah, the guy broke. Why would you break for third?
So the play was fairly close at first, but it was, he was out by a mile at third.
Oh, yeah.
So, bad base running.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, triple play is triple play.
From here to Coach Holt, he was out by a country mile.
Yeah, he was.
So Michael Harris, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley were the three Braves that pulled off the triple play.
Yeah.
All right, there's number one. Now, let's get down into the good stuff because we're talking Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yes, the Orioles have said we may be interested.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks may be interested.
Yep.
So the sweepstakes, and now the Angels have said we're gonna listen. Tuesday's a trade deadline. We're going to listen now.
Yeah, and you can't blame them because they can pretty much ask whatever they want to, and either a team's going to say, yeah, we'll take him, or no, it's too steep for us. But some of these teams have got the prospects to throw out there that'll get the Angels' attention.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
So he's a free agent. So if I'm Marino, the owner, I've been thinking about this. I've been ciphering on it, studying on it. I'm thinking, I'm going to trade this guy because if he walks off on us as a free agent, I got nothing.
You lose him for nothing.
Nothing.
The
player in all of Major League Baseball.
So you've either got to sign him
at
the end of the season.
And no guarantee of that.
No guarantee of that. Or you need to trade him and get something out of him. Which, let's face it, too. He's a 2-month rental, basically, and is really all he is. And you got him for the playoffs and everything as well. But it better be a team that's planning on winning this year. Let's put it that way.
So who would that be? If you're his agent and you're getting calls, you're representing Shohei Ohtani, who you going to talk? Dodgers? Rangers?
The Rangers for sure are definitely in it. The Rays.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them putting together a package to do that. And I would say, the Orioles, you mentioned them. They've got the prospects. They're I don't know if the Braves would actually need him, but think about it. Golly.
Put him in there with everybody else on the Braves lineup.
I don't even want to think about how good they would be.
All right, here's what's going to happen. You want to hear it?
Yeah. Tell me what you think's going to happen.
The Rangers are going to use Evan Carter as one of the guys to move him on.
I was going to say today.
I'm just telling you.
I was getting ready to say today. we're going to hear Evan Carter's name, I think, this coming week. I have a feeling the Rangers are players. I mean, they're going to make some moves, and if they go out and get a big name, I think we're going to hear Evan Carter moving to another organization.
Evan Carter is one of the top 5 outfield prospects in all of baseball right now.
Yeah, and the Rangers are loaded with outfielders and outfield prospects. So
there it is, Evan Carter.
You know, so they have an overabundance of outfield prospects. He's their best one. So from Elizabethton, Tennessee, he's their best outfield prospect.
Yep.
He's the guy that these teams are going to want, and somebody's going to say, "Hey, you got to throw." Some team may start with him, you know, and say, "Well, you start with him and then add some other prospects, depending on what they need." But yeah, I mean, that would be quite a move.
Yep.
If the Rangers go out and make that trade for Shohei.
And it's gonna be a good move for Evan Carter.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll go somewhere he can play.
He's somewhat. I mean, the Rangers really haven't given him a chance yet. So because they really don't. I don't think they feel like they got any place to put him, and they want him to play. If they move him up, they need to play him.
Well, because they're stockpiled outfielders, they just signed the number 1 draft pick was the guy from Florida.
Yeah.
And they signed him to like a $6 or $7 million signing bonus. So
yeah,
he's going to get some PT.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have to because he's cost them a bundle to get him.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Rangers are one of the teams in the sweepstakes for Shohei Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to throw out some names. Just tell me yes or no.
Well, they're going to need a pitcher anyway, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Especially because of DeGrom being hurt. Mm-hmm. So whether it's Ohtani or whether it's Verlander or Scherzer from the Mets, I think the Mets would listen to either one of those guys. So I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to see Evan Carter go to the Mets. I really wouldn't want to see that happen, but it could happen.
All right, here's the teams.
Okay.
We'll go down the list here. You tell me. I'm just going to arbitrarily just tell me yays or nays. Rays?
Yays or nays on
going after Ohtani.
Oh, after Ohtani? Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Astros?
I don't think so.
Okay. Blue Jays?
They'd love to have him, but I don't know that they have the prospects to do it.
Red Sox?
Once again, they'd love to have him, but I don't think they can do it.
Yankees?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll jump over on this side of the ledger, the National League. Reds?
I've seen articles where people say it could happen. It'd be a dream come true for a Reds fan, but it would cost them a boatload of prospects.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Giants?
Maybe.
Phillies?
Yes, the Phillies would definitely go after him.
All right. So, by the way, the wild card, we'll get to that in a second, but it's everything hinges around. Well, not hinge. Well, yeah, there's a lot of ripple effects. Shohei Ohtani, whatever move happens, if anything does, I think it will. Then you start seeing some other things. It's kind of the domino effect, when you think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We're talking to Greg Sire, talking Major League Baseball. We do this every Wednesday. This guy, we love having him on the show. He's been coming for. I'm in my 9th year. You've been coming almost every year, haven't you?
I think I was on one of your first shows.
Yeah, you were. Oh, by the way, I saw Horace the other day.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes. I saw him.
I'll see him tonight.
Oh, I saw him the other day. He said, he's just Horace. He's crazy as an outhouse rat. There's an Andy Griffith thing. Is that her?
That was my wife.
Now,
asking me, now listen to this text. Are you on Tom's show today?
Put right now, you're interrupting me. Put that on. Let me have it.
Okay, I'm going to say exactly what you said.
Right now, you're interrupting me. Tom said you're interrupting me. Put Tom on there so you won't get in trouble. Now, you've been every year, so she knows from 11 to 1, just about every Wednesday you're here. Mrs. Salyer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you all worked that out, so don't get yourself in trouble because of me. And you won't. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, back-to-back home runs. Multi-homer game. First player in 13 years to get a hit multi-homer game in the Yankee Stadium against the Yankees. So his 8 career home runs against the Yankees are tied for second in franchise history behind David Wright's 9. You know what I found in the back of my closet the other day? I'm cleaning everything out.
What'd you find?
A David Wright bobblehead doll.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So where's anything?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a Kingsport one or is it?
No, it's a Met.
Okay.
New York Met.
Wow. I don't know. It might be. People
Yeah.
collect those things like crazy. I've probably got 2 or 3 dozen of them.
Bobblehead dolls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make you a deal. So, so I'm not sure. Will he ever be in the Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
Yeah.
He had a really good career and was probably headed that direction, but injuries derailed it for him.
He's hurt a lot.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Let's talk some more trade talks. The Cardinals talking about moving Mr. Hicks. So Jordan Hicks, who I think at one point pitched in Johnson City.
He
did
did.
Not?
He
Yeah,
did,
that's what I thought.
absolutely. I got the free T-shirt at a Cardinals game one time with his name and number on the back.
Did you really?
Yeah, so I've got one of his T-shirts. Don't wear it much because it's got Cardinals across the front of it, but yeah.
He's a free agent this year anyway, so Cardinals may move him.
Yeah.
Get something out of him.
Yeah, the Cardinals are one of those teams. So right now, teams are having to make this decision: are we buyers or sellers?
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals, I think, are one of those teams who would like to think they could still be buyers and make a move, make a run on the division. But I have a feeling they're going to be sellers. I think they're going to unload some pitchers because they got some and an outfielder too. I think Dylan Carlson is a big name that's out there right now too. I think the Yankees are really trying to go after him. So, but yeah, Jordan Hicks. There's several teams that are, I think, kind of checking into him right now, including my Reds. But I don't see that happening. They don't make trades within the division very often, especially those two teams.
The Astros wanting to move Alvarez and Michael Brantley.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't see that. I don't get that.
Yeah.
No. Alvarez is a pretty good player.
Yeah,
he's valuable to the team.
He is. Yeah. No, okay. So Michael Brantley, the last couple of years has just not been as. He's still a good hitter. I think he still could hit, but he's just not been as useful to the Astros as in years past. So I could see him moving on from him, but not Alvarez.
We're live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Tomorrow we'll be at the Jewelers Bench, and then Friday we're going to park the show. We're going to bring you the Media Day, Elizabeth Cyclone Media Day, where we'll stream it and meet all the student athletes. Let's see, footballers, golf, girls soccer, who am I leaving off? Cross country, and volleyball won't be there on the cheerleaders. So we got all that coming up on Friday morning, and so that'll be from Cardinal Stadium. I'm looking at the Cardinals, from Citizens Bank Stadium. All right, Jonathan India for the Reds.
Yeah.
Going to go someplace? White Sox interested in him.
Yeah. So this is twice this year that the Reds have come out and said we're going to trade Jonathan India. I think it's messing with his head too. I think it's really messing with him. There's pictures of him from the other day. I think it was Sunday before the Reds went on the road to Milwaukee, and it was before the game, and he just goes out and sits on the field in his street clothes, took his shoes off, barefooted, sitting out there, just kind of taking in the stadium. Like okay, this may be it, you know.
It has to mess with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, anytime you're in a potential job, any employer says, you know, we're going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Kind of takes the get up and go to come into work.
Yeah, it does. It does. And really, if you ask the other players, he's the heart and soul of that team. I mean, he is the guy that keeps it.
Spark plug.
Yeah, he's the guy that keeps them all together. So they'll tell you he's the captain of the Reds right now. But it seems like, the Reds have an overabundance of young infielders, and I guess they see him as perhaps somewhat expendable, and they need pitching some kind of desperately. So he may be the guy that teams are asking about, teams that need a second baseman. So the Reds have said if you will put together the right pitcher, fill in the blank there, which I guess with the White Sox it could be either Lucas Giolito or Dylan Cease, then I guess Jonathan India is there for the taking.
By this time next Wednesday, he and I will reconvene in Elizabeth, and all this will have taken place. Trade deadline's on Tuesday. So
yeah, we'll know.
So Giolito, is he up for grabs? The White Sox say yes.
Yeah.
We're going to get rid of him.
He is.
They say Dodgers, Orioles, or Rangers.
Yeah.
So would be maybe the new home for him.
Yeah, could be. I see him leaving. If they can get the right package for Dylan Cease, he'll be gone too.
For the Tigers, they're wanting to move Eduardo Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers, Orioles, Rangers. Jordan Montgomery, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Talking about getting rid of him, moving him.
Yeah,
So,
him and Jack Flaherty.
Yep. There's the
So,
next one.
yeah, so I see that if you still got to convince the Cardinals that they're not in it. You know, they never think they're out of it, but this year I think maybe they're willing to be sellers instead of buyers.
I think they're in it. I still think they're going to make a run.
They have made a run.
Yeah.
They have already made a run.
Yeah, I think they're in. I think they got a chance to get a wild card. They're going to really
So-
play super baseball. We'll go
Yeah.
through that in a second. Jack Flaherty, Astros, Rays, Diamondbacks. Is she responding to?
Yes, she did.
Was it
She
a good
did.
response?
It was the rolling eyes emoji.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
So
just
how does that? After 20-some years, is that a good sign or bad sign?
I think that was from your comment, maybe.
Okay.
Because I quoted you. I put you. I said, Tom said.
Threw me under the bus. Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Yeah, she's
cool.
Since she can't drive right now because of her eye surgery, she's just asking me to bring her something home to eat tonight.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Flaherty, Astros, Rays, and Diamondbacks, where he may end up.
Yeah.
Lance Lynn, the White Sox.
I can see him. I can see him with the Rays.
Can you?
Yeah,
Rays.
I could.
Lance Lynn, White Sox. Reds, Braves, or Rays?
Yeah. I think all three of those teams would go after him.
All right.
Yeah. So think about that now. We mentioned three guys from the White Sox in their starting rotation that are up for grabs, and three pretty good pitchers.
Cleaning house.
Yeah, they are.
Michael Lorenzo with the Tigers.
Tim Anderson, they said they may even trade.
Oh, really?
He was like untouchable even last year. And now they're throwing his name out, saying they may be willing to trade him.
Now you've got, who's this one right here? We got Michael Lorenzo of the Tigers.
Yeah.
Maybe going back to the Reds.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
the Braves.
they've really talked about that.
Yeah.
I feel like the Reds just did not utilize him when they had him the way they needed to. So if they go back and get him, they need to change the way they use him.
We're talking about guys going to be shipped around between now and Tuesday is what we're talking about. Scott Barlow, the right-handed pitcher relief pitcher for the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
Braves, Dodgers, Rays, maybe.
Yeah.
David Roberts from the Mets. Relief pitcher. What do you think about him?
I heard him possibly going to the Reds too. So he would be a good guy, I think. So right now he's closing for the Mets because of Edwin Diaz being injured, but he would be a great setup guy for one of these other closers in baseball. So he'd be a great eighth inning guy, I think, which was his role with the Mets until Diaz got hurt.
Jeff Birchfield joins us coming up in a little while. So we're talking baseball with our buddy Greg Salyer. Marcus Stroman, starting pitcher of the Cubs. I feel like they're going to ship him. Where's he going to go?
Yeah,
do you see that?
I do. I think he may be gone, and I think Cody Bellinger may be gone as well from the Cubs. Get something for these guys while you can, and I would say Stroman. A lot of teams would be interested in him. Maybe Houston. They might be interested. They'd be willing to give up some pieces, I think, to get him as well. We've mentioned the Rays. I think they're open with all these guys, and of course the Rangers. The Rangers have got to have a starting pitcher, I think, if they're going to go deep in the playoffs. I think they're going to win their division. I think they just got to have another starter if they're going to go deep.
Cody Bellinger, the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like going to shop him out there a little bit.
Yeah, the Yankees maybe. Yeah,
Blue Jays.
The Yankees are looking at him. The Blue Jays. They got the Guardians mentioned. I don't see that happening, but it could. You never know.
Tyler O'Neill, the Cardinals.
Yeah, there's teams that are after him. The Mariners maybe. I could see a good fit there for him. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there. But right now, these teams are just going to have to say, okay, are we willing to be sellers? And I think a lot of teams have already made that decision. So, and you hate the situation a lot of teams are in because there's some good teams. They're just not good enough.
Exactly, right on the bubble.
Yeah, so they don't know what to do. They don't know if they need to buy and get a little better so they can compete, or if they need to go ahead and sell and bring up the guys from the minors like the Reds have done, which has drastically changed their team.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. A couple of more I want to throw at you. James Paxton, the starting pitcher for the Red Sox.
He's a real interesting name.
Mm-hmm.
He has not performed, I think, like everyone thought he might, but a guy that has shown us in years past that he can be the guy, and somebody's definitely going to go after him, I think.
The Mets say no. I disagree. I think you get the right deal. Scherzer and Verlander may go. What do you think?
I think one of the two.
I do too.
Yeah, I think one. I could see Verlander going more than I could Scherzer maybe, but I think one of those two guys probably this time next week won't be a Met.
Which one's married to Kate Upton?
Verlander.
Okay. He'll stay. They'll keep him in New York. Why did I say that? I have no clue. I have no basis of that at all.
Yeah.
So anyway, Verlander's married to the movie star or whatever she is, and so Scherzer and Verlander, they're not going to get rid of both of them, I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think they'll get rid of both of them, but I think they'll get rid of one of them.
So let's go back one more time and visit with Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
The Dodgers, the Rays, the Orioles are the best team fits. So basically, excuse me, you got a situation. It's very complicated. Seems to be complicated. Maybe it's not. Where you've got the best player in baseball. If you're not familiar with who we're talking about, he is the best player in baseball, and his numbers backed it up. He has been for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He's a free agent at the end of the season with the Angels. Well, so the Angels know, somebody's going to have to open up a bank big time, write big checks to keep this guy.
Yeah.
Or to put him on their team. So do the Angels have the money, and do they want to spend that kind of money to keep him with the Angels? That's question number one. Question number two is, if you trade him, well, number one, do you keep him? And don't let him go anywhere and try and pony up the money, because then it becomes a bidding war at the end of the year with these other teams. And I'm going to go on record and say other teams got more money to go get him.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble to keep him, and so we're going to try and see if we can keep him in Anaheim. All right. So you have teams with more money and a better opportunity to win a World Series out there hanging. So to me, that's not the right move if you're Marino, the owner. So number two is, do you trade him now? And my answer would be yes, because at least you're going to get something for him.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the year, if he's a free agent, as we said earlier in the segment, he just says, I'm leaving, I'm going to go to XYZ team. He walks off, you get nothing except a big void in your team and your fan base, because he puts fannies in the seats. So if you trade for him now and then that's a double-edged trade situation. We keep saying a rental player. So, again, for those of you who are not up to baseball, I had Donnie on a while ago, said, what do you think about baseball? Is I could care less. Okay. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But so a rental player is somebody that's going to just fill in the gap between now and the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other scenario is then he becomes a permanent player with the team beyond this season and the 2 months left in the regular season. So it's really a three-pronged situation. If I'm the owner of the Angels, I'm looking, you have until Tuesday to pull something off.
Yeah.
If I'm the Angels owner, if you're asking me, I'm going to see what you would do. I'm going to trade him, see what I can get for him, because if he walks off, I got nothing. And I think there's a better than 50-50 shot he will walk off the end of the season, because the Angels don't have the money to pay to keep this guy. I mean, the Dodgers can write checks, Yankees can write checks. I mean, they got the money. That's what I would do. I would trade him, see what I get for him now to help my team in 2024. What would you do?
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Now, here's the situation with the Angels right now. They're 6.5 games back in the division, but in the wild card, they are 3.5 games back.
They're in the hunt for the wild card.
They are. They're in the hunt for a wild card. So they've got to ask themselves, okay, if we do trade Shohei Ohtani, can we get enough pieces back that can help us right now that maybe can help us get to the wild card? If you trade Ohtani, I don't think you're going to be as good right now as you are with him. So they have to make up their minds. First of all, do we think we can do anything this year? With Trout hurt, not playing.
There's a key. So if I'm Marino, I'm sitting there going, okay, let me throw this in there. Let you finish here.
Yeah.
Let me throw this into it. You've won 2 in a row. You've won 7 out of 10. You're in the hunt for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
And the owner goes, you know what? We're doing all this without Trout. We get Trout back before the season's over. We got psychologically, I would think, and mathematically, we got a better chance to be better, to do better, because we got him back. So that you got to throw it into the mix. Go ahead.
You put Trout behind Ohtani in the lineup, automatically Ohtani's going to get even better than he has been.
There you go.
I mean, he's going to get better pitches to hit than he has been, because if you don't face him, then you got to face Trout. I mean, that's tough. That's hard. So
you have to consider the fact Trout's going to come back. I would think when you're making a decision with the keeper, shop this guy.
You do.
All right.
You have to think about that. You have to think about, do we have a realistic chance of signing him? Like you said, I think there's going to be a team come along like the Mets, maybe the Yankees, maybe the Dodgers, who will, or maybe the Padres. The Padres have shown they're willing to pay just unreal amounts of money for players as well. It hadn't worked out for them very well, but they've shown they're willing to do that. So the Angels have to decide, can we compete with those guys financially? Like you said, I don't know that they can. So if they're not going to do it this year, retool, get some young players that can help your team in the next 10 years to compete and win it all.
We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thank you for being with us. We're here. Hello, Michelle Shelton. They got the new name. Thank you, ma'am, for watching the show. We appreciate that. We're talking baseball. And, not everybody's into it, but it's, it is the national pastime. The attendance is up this year.
It is.
Big time, all across the board. So, I'll get into the standings and more of this in a moment, the nuts and bolts of the run here. But if you step back and look at baseball, at this point, you're better than halfway through the season. Do you like the, I was going to say the shot clock. Do you like the timer for the players and the pitchers?
All right, so Major League Baseball sent me a questionnaire about all this stuff. And so my response about the timer was I don't like it. I'm one of the few people that don't like it, as I think most people do. I think it affects the outcome of the game way too much. I think it's rushing the pitchers and the hitters sometimes. I think some of the hitters have learned to manipulate it to where it affects the pitcher. I mean, if they're going to make it a part of the game, then okay, you got to learn how to adjust it. I like the fact maybe that games aren't going 4 hours, but then again, if I'm going to pay my money to travel all the way to a game, because I mean we're not local to a major league team. If I was local, it'd be different. And I stressed this to them. I said, if I'm having to put forth all the money for a hotel and gas and all the stuff to make a trip, I said, it's a significant investment for me to go to a Major League Baseball game. And if it lasts an hour and 45 minutes, I may not feel like I got my money's worth.
Money's worth, yeah. I agree. You jump in the car and go to Cincinnati, it's what, 4?
It's 5 hours at least, yeah.
What's Atlanta, 5?
4.5, 5, yeah.
I guess the next other team, I guess Baltimore, go up that way.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good haul up there.
Mm-hmm. It is.
That's the 3 closest teams, isn't it, to us?
Yeah.
Atlanta, Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Did you get a response back from them?
No, I just filled it out this morning, actually.
Oh, okay.
I did it this morning.
Here's the schedule, by the way, for today. We got day games, a bunch of them, so I'm going to run them down for you.
Yeah.
We've got Colorado, Washington, Miami, and Tampa Bay. The Royals in Cleveland, Seattle, Minnesota, Milwaukee, and the Reds. A 2:10 first pitch. Peralta will go for the Brewers, and be somebody.
Oh, it's Ben Lively.
Ben Lively will go. It always cuts off with that far side. Ben Lively for the Reds. Cardinals in Arizona. Toronto against the Dodgers. You've got the Pirates in San Diego. And then under the lights tonight, Baltimore and Philadelphia. That's been a good series, that game has. The Angels at Detroit. Again, Michael Lorenzo may be making his last start with Detroit tonight. The Mets and the Yankees will pick back up in Yankee Stadium. Quintana will go for the Mets, and Carlos Rodon will go for the 0-3 for the Yankees. Atlanta and Boston, Spencer Strider on the mound 11-3 against Bella, who's 7-6 for the Red Sox in Fenway. Red Sox won last night. Texas and Houston. And let's see what else we got going on tonight. You've got 2 more. The Cubs and the White Sox Bragging rights to Chicago again tonight. Lance Lynn
and Marcus Stroman.
Both of those guys.
Both those guys are on the
probably
trade.
will be their team.
Yeah.
I would venture to say if you're in Chicago tonight, the White Sox, you're watching two guys that won't be with those teams come
Next
Tuesday.
week. Yeah, that's right.
At Oakland and San Francisco. That's your schedule for this Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at the standings. Here we go. We'll take a look at the wild card, and then we'll get you fed. So, is Mrs.
Right.
Salyer, is she okay? Everything good? Is everything?
She's good. Yeah, a little
everything's
painful.
chilled?
Said she felt like somebody punched her in the eye, but she's good.
But she's chilled out as far as contacting you.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Does
Yeah,
she
just
ever
a-
watch the show,
just
by the
a
way? She ever
roll
watch
your
it?
eye thing. I don't know.
I know your mom does. Does Wendy, Mrs. Salyer, ever watch the Greg Salyer segment on the Tom Taylor Sports Show?
I don't know that
Doesn't happen.
I don't know that she's ever seen it.
No, she's not.
Just being
Wow.
honest, she maybe
Wow.
has, but
Wow.
I don't know that she has. She may be watching this one.
Yeah, I may hear about this one.
You may hear about this one.
Yeah. See, last time I saw you guys were at Lowe's, didn't I? Out in the lawn
Yeah,
garden.
yeah. You saw some Lowe's.
Saw Lowe's, and she
Yeah.
was talking to
She was
Miles.
heckling you.
Oh,
yeah.
she was. She was heckling. a little bit,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
likes to do that.
She likes to heckle me. Yep. And I heckle her back, and so
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
I
It's
know.
all
I just
good.
sit back and watch y'all
You
go
do.
at it.
You do. We were going at each other in the lawn and garden, and you just smiled real big and just
Yeah.
let us have it.
Yeah.
And she said, "Okay, Greg, I'm ready to go."
Yeah.
And off they went.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. American League East, Baltimore, still there. They're the real deal. The Orioles, they've won 6 out of 10. They have the best record in baseball. How about that?
Yeah.
62-39. They're 30-20 at home and 32-19 on the road. They're not going anywhere. They're the real deal.
They're the real deal.
I love it.
They have shown it. I mean, some of these young guys, I tell you, I've talked about him over and over and over again. Austin Hayes, man, I love that guy. Fantastic player. Their pitching has come through better than what I thought they were. They're doing a lot of this without Cedric Mullins. He's been hurt. And, it's Adley Rutschman, Ryan Mountcastle, Jorge Mateo. Those guys are producing.
Yeah.
And I like that team a lot. So I look forward. I hope they go far.
Somebody's watching the show, which will remain anonymous. She said, "Well, do you like the Orioles?" I said, "Man, I love them." She said, "Well, who's your favorite player?" What? I said,
Brooks Robinson.
That's what I said. I said Brooks Robinson. She said, "Where's he play?" I said, "Center field." She said, "Oh, okay." She said, "Is he even on the team?" I said, "Oh, about 50 years ago." So she's not at this team. I said, "Well, I like that Ruderman guy pretty good." She said, "The Ruderman guy?" I said, "Yeah, the catcher."
Adley Rutschman.
I said, "Hadley Ruderman." She said, "Okay, whatever." I'm a big fan.
We can tell.
I got on there yesterday and forgot Jonathan India's first name. I kept saying India. I'm pretty sure it's Jonathan.
Yeah.
And the story didn't have it in there, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
well, I'm a real big Reds fan. I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah.
All right, the Orioles lead by a game and a half over Tampa Bay. The Rays are in a tailspin. They've lost 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But don't look now. Here comes the Blue Jays, and better yet,
Yeah.
here comes the Red Sox. They're closing the gap. The Red Sox have won 3 in a row, 6 out of 10. They're 7 over. And they
Fourth
trail
place.
Toronto by a game and a half.
Yeah.
For third place.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the Red Sox are catching fire.
The Yankees are in 5th place.
And dismal. They are, even though they're 5 over, they're 9 out.
Yeah.
So no chance for playoffs, is it?
It's not looking good for them right now.
No.
That's for sure.
In the Central, Minnesota quietly has won 7 out of 10. They're still leading the division by 3 over the Cleveland Guardians, who are under 500.
Yeah, the Twins are still the only team over 500 in that division. So
The White Sox are 41-61. So you think Giolito and Lance Lynn, these guys are gone.
Dylan Cease
They're
probably.
cleaning house.
Yeah.
So was it 2
If
years
they
ago?
keep one, it'll probably be Cease, but I'd say some of these guys are going to be gone.
What, 2 years ago we sat here and talked about how Tony La Russa and they were all jacked up about the White Sox and,
Yeah.
and the farm team. I mean,
Yeah.
kids down on the farm.
The young guys they had, and the outfielders that could just knock the cover off the ball.
Not getting it done.
No, it's not happening.
In the West, the Rangers lead the Astros by 1. Houston's won 3 in a row and 7 out of 10.
Mhm.
The Angels have won 2 in a row and 7 out of 10. And the Mariners have won 6 out of 10. So pretty hot division right now.
Yeah, it is. Seattle's just one game over 500. I don't look for them to really make a huge run at it, but they're probably going to still see if what they can do to improve their team. I don't know. That's one of those teams that I just think, well, what do you do? You know, do you sell or do you buy?
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 or 3 teams, as we said earlier, on the bubble. Hello, Kathy Lyles in Hampton. How you doing, lady? Thank you.
Yeah, and the Angels same way. They're 3 games over 500. What do you do? Do you sell or do you buy?
In the National League, the Braves are the Braves. They are 11 games better than the Phillies. The Marlins are tanking. They've lost 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
They're dropping like a rock.
They are. That's been a surprise to me because this team has just fallen. Yeah, they have. They have just gone to pot. I mean, I expected them to hang around, but they're fading fast.
Probably the hottest team in the baseball right now, up and down the division, is the Central. The Brewers have won 6 out of 10.
Yeah, they're good.
The Reds have won 6 out of 10. The Cubs have won 4 straight. They've won 7 out of 10. And the Cardinals have won 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, the Cardinals are, they're 5 away from the Cubs for 3rd, but they continue to play good baseball, and they're moving up.
They are. They passed the Pirates, so they're in 4th place now. They're still 11 games back, so so you got to say, well, okay, here it is, almost the 1st of August, or 11 games back, but it could happen. I mean, they're the Cardinals. It could happen.
And the Pirates are gone after being the Cinderella story in the first half of the season.
I know.
They are 44-57. They're 13 games under 500 now. They're 11 and a half out. They're done, and what a disappointment. Now I was talking yesterday on the show. Keller's trade bait now. Mitch Keller and the other pitcher.
David Bednar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both All-Stars. They're up for grabs.
They are.
Pirates are cleaning house.
They are. Yeah. So they'll get O'Neill Cruz back next year, and that'll be a boost to them. And, hopefully they can make a run like they did the early part of the season. But, yeah, you hate to see it because, this team, we were really – talking about how great they were to open up the season, but yeah, they've come down to earth.
Then in the West, the Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks before and the Giants before. Those 2 teams are going nowhere fast. The Diamondbacks have lost 7 out of 10, and the Giants have lost 6 out of 10. And the Dodgers are the Dodgers. They lead both of those by 4, so they're starting to get their act together.
They are. I got to see the Giants play a couple games in Cincinnati on TV recently, and they were their pitching's what impressed me. I think the Giants' pitching is really good, but I don't know that it's enough for them to catch the Dodgers. We'll just have to wait and see. 4 games back, neither of those teams are out of it at all, but we'll just have to wait and see. The Dodgers went out and got Kiki Hernandez from the Red Sox again, so they reunited with him. So that tells me they're not going to trade for Jonathan India, which they weren't going to sell anyway. The Reds weren't going to get anything back for him anyway if they trade him to the Dodgers. But that's a rumor that was going around, India to the Dodgers. I didn't see that one happening.
Hello to Christy and Brian Williams. How you kids doing? 2 of my faves. Hope you all are doing great. Let's take a look before I let you go. The wild card. By the way, Jeff Birchfield's hung up at the Crockett Media Days. He won't be here today. And said they're running way late. And so they're not going to be able to he's not going to get here in time to be on the show today. We hope to have him tomorrow, but we'll see. All right, American League, wild card. That's okay because we have Greg and Mrs. Salyer, because I know she's watching, hanging off every word I say, and then his mom.
She is watching.
Oh, she's so good. What a nice lady.
Maybe if you give Wendy a T-shirt. I don't know.
Not a chance. I'm going to give her a T-shirt. She'll even watch the show. At least your mom watches. Why would us go out and dole out shirts to people who don't watch the show?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
She's got to earn it.
Yeah.
Eb has earned her shirt.
Yeah.
So I'd give one to Abigail. Does she ever watch it?
I think she's watched it a few times. Yeah.
She may qualify.
Yeah. She's probably not an avid watcher, but she's watched it a few times. Yeah.
Now, does the daughter in Rhode Island? Is it Rhode Island? Where's she at?
Yeah. She's Rhode Island.
Yeah. What would she be? What could
she's watched it a few times?
Yeah. I mean, do you send her a text saying I'm getting ready to be on the show?
I have done that. Yeah.
We need.
I have texted her after the show saying, "Hey, you need to go back and watch it too."
Oh, we need to get her to do it live so we can wave at her.
Yeah,
and say,
but I have done that. I've texted her and said, "Hey, you need to watch the show today."
And then the one in Ohio, I'm going to go ahead on record and say she's like her mother, would care less.
Yeah, she's
There
never seen it. She'll be home today. We're excited. She's coming home tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then she goes back, I think, 13th or something like that.
Oh, you need to bring her to the show next week.
Yeah, well, she's having her wisdom teeth out next Wednesday morning, so.
So?
Yeah, oh, she'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't she?
It should be right there with me. Just
Yeah.
That's what I sound like half the time. So
she'd be on drugs, so it
that's
should be
it.
a lot of fun.
Getting her wisdom teeth. Yeah, probably not. We'll let that.
Yeah.
So, all right, wild card. Here we go. American League. Your top 3 teams right now, if it stopped today, going into the playoffs, would be Tampa Bay, Houston, and Toronto.
Right.
And on the cusp would be the Red Sox, and they're even saying the Yankees, they're 2.5 out, so they're in the hunt.
Yeah, they are.
So, but the top 3, if we stop today, would be Tampa Bay, Houston, and Toronto, and they would join Baltimore, Minnesota, and Texas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the National League, your 3 teams would be the Braves, Milwaukee, and the Dodgers, the division winners. And the 3 wild cards would be the Reds, the Diamondbacks, and the Giants, and the Philadelphia Phillies on the outside looking in. So,
yeah.
So that'd be pretty good baseball there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so that wild card is going to be real exciting. It's going to come down to the very end, I believe. And because if you look, there's 5 teams there that are within a game and a half of each other.
So I've not looked at the regular season. It ends end of September. Is that right?
Yeah,
First of October?
yeah.
Last weekend of September?
Yeah.
So you're
Maybe a
talking
day or two in October.
So you got about what we got left in a month. 2 months left, right? All of August and all of September. We got 2 months left of the regular season. About 60 days.
Yeah.
Give or take. Probably a bit more because the end of the month will be
October 1st is the last day. Of the
last
season.
day. Okay. So you got 60, 65 days thereabouts left in the season. So, and then the playoffs, and there you go. So, good stuff.
And I will be in Cincinnati next week.
Do I get a souvenir? You gonna bring me back something?
What you want?
I
brought you something last time. What?
Brought me a wooden pin.
Yeah, I brought you a wooden pin. That's what I brought
Yeah,
you.
what, the big giant Abigail got it for me.
Yeah, I got her to pick it for you.
One of the big giant fat, looks like a little baseball bat wooden pin.
Yeah.
Which I still use it in my studio at home, so
Yeah.
I've still got it. You have brought me a refrigerator magnet in the past. You need to pick up, you can find it up there. I've got it. Only got one copy, but it's awesome. It's the audio highlights of Marty Brenneman.
I have seen that.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
So
that thing originally came out on cassette, I think.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, it came out on 8-track.
I think, yeah, on 8-track. There
Thanks.
you go.
Thanks, Greg. No, it
I
came out.
don't know if it's old enough to be 8-track, but it was old enough to be on cassette.
It came out on cassette. It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And you're going to laugh at me, but I bought a cassette the other day. I
Did
still
you?
play. Oh yeah, I still play cassettes. I got a
Okay.
cassette player. People
Okay.
think I'm nuts, but I bought a cassette for $1. You can't beat it.
Okay, for $1.
For $1 cassette. Fidelity's pretty good, and the
Okay.
turntable's back. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Vinyl's back. So.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want, you need to see if you can find. I don't know. I guess they still sell them. Marty Brenneman audio highlights, and it's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
This-
So you're talking about the turntables being back and everything. I was in Walmart, I guess it was maybe 2 weeks ago, and I took a picture. It's on my phone. I could probably find it, but because and then I texted my family and I said, okay, what year is this? Because they had albums on the shelf, and they had 2 Van Halens and Bob Seger right there together, and I was like, wow, is this the 80s or what is this?
Yes. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. In fact, I tell myself, I was in a store downtown Elizabeth, one of the antique stores, one of my sponsors, and I saw the Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band live Bullet album. I got it on
Wow.
CD, and I said, for $8, I got to bite the bullet and get it. So
Yeah,
I'm buying more vinyl.
there it is. Bob Seger,
Oh, gosh,
Van
yes.
Halen,
Oh,
Diver
look at
Down
it.
and Van Halen,
It's
1984.
great.
Look at that.
It's greatest hits.
That was at Walmart.
Here it is, Bob Seger's greatest hits, and the other one, that Van Halen Flag album.
Yeah.
So, vinyls, that is the rage now. The fidelity is better on an album than it was because they compressed it on a CD. You know that.
Yeah.
So, trying to impress you with my audio technical savvy. So, I asked Horace the other day. I saw Horace at a restaurant.
Okay.
Sunday, and so I said, Horace, of course, I said, what do you think about albums? He said, what about them? I said, well,
I can totally see him doing that. Go ahead.
this is not a trick question.
Yeah.
Do you like? And his wife, Mrs. V, standing like, She said, Jim, just answer the question. Just answer, we got to go. He said, what about them? I said, do you like vinyl? You're an audio technical dude. He said, do I like vinyl for what reason? I said, to listen to. What do you mean? To throw it as a Frisbee? I mean,
Yeah.
He said, well, it's okay. She said, she looked at me and said, he ain't going to like anything. I said, oh, Mrs. V, you nailed it. So I said, now, I got this 2000 show coming up here. When's it coming? I said, well, let me explain to you. He said, well, when is it going to be? I said, Horace, I'm about 105, at that point, 105 shows out.
Yeah.
So I said, well, when do you think you're going to do it? I said, I don't know, but I'm trying to tell you now that if you'll let me finish, when I get there, I want you to be on the show. He said,
okay.
Oh, well, if I'm not working that day, I will. I said, okay. It's 2000 show, so it'll probably be, I guess,
Around the first year? Yeah.
Probably first year, thereabouts. Today's 1898, so
Okay.
Monday will be show number 1900, so I got 100 shows left.
Yeah.
5 a week for 20 weeks, but there's some. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take some time off here and there too. So,
Okay.
But anyway, Horace, I said, can you come be on the show? If I'm not working, I said, okay. Thanks for making me a priority, bub. So then I hit the magic button.
Oh, no.
Tonight when you see him at church, just ask him. All you got to do is say, what do you think about NASCAR? Boom.
Oh, I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
He started that doing those hands. So,
I'll ask him tonight when I see him.
they killed NASCAR. They've killed NASCAR. Who's killed NASCAR? NASCAR's killed NASCAR. How'd they kill it? And she elbows says, we got to go. We need to go. She said, thanks, Tom. Says, Jim, we got to go.
That's funny.
So ask him tonight. You know, what do you think about NASCAR? I think NASCAR's having a good year.
I'm just gonna walk up out with no context at all and just ask him that and see what he says.
Yeah, he's gonna say you've been talking to Jasper.
Yeah, he is.
Which is my nickname to him. So Horace and Jasper. So
yeah,
off of 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, I will ask him that.
Oh yeah. So all right.
So I got to leave you with something. I got to tell you what happened. Was it Monday night? Yes, Monday night. So Ellie De La Cruz hitting leadoff for the Reds in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Gets robbed of a home run his first at bat. You know, Joey Weimer goes back, jumps. Ball probably would have been out by a good couple of feet, and he goes up high and robs a home run. So he comes up to bat his second time to the plate, and the scoreboard operator is trolling him. And so it has his picture, you know, his stats, and it says first at bat, almost hit a home run, but didn't. That's what they put on the scoreboard. Big, huge letters.
In Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Okay, on the road.
Yes.
That probably hit the button, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
456 feet.
Home run.
He hit that ball.
Did he?
Over the seats. Over all the seats.
Did he wave to the PA guy or anything as he?
He pointed to the Reds dugout. Let's say he did that, like he had called his shot maybe, but he celebrated going around the bases. It put the Reds ahead 2-1 too when he did it. It was a 2-run shot, so they ended up losing the game. But anyway,
a little tweak.
Yeah,
backfired on the Brewers.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, and they kind of did the same thing to Jonathan India the other night. I think that was last night. They said something about him, and then he got a hit that knocked in a run. So
is there bad blood between the Brewers and the Reds?
Possibly because the Brewers have their number this year.
Yeah.
They've played. I think today's their 12th game against each other, and the Brewers have won 9 of them. So yeah, the Reds just can't beat the Brewers. So and when you're fighting for that division lead, you know, and you can't beat the team that's a half a game ahead of you. You know,
you ain't doing no good.
Yeah, it's tough. So, so when they trolled Ellie De La Cruz, you know, I think he took exception to it.
I would have. Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you'd have seen the ball he hit, because you know in Milwaukee they got those windows back there, you know, behind the outfield. And so he hit it over all the seats back there to where the windows are. So
the suites.
Yeah, he hit it way out
where the rich people were sitting.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's I think back there where he hit it, there's nothing back there. I think.
Okay, it's not skybox.
Yeah, it's out of the stadium.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you can hit it out of the stadium because of the windows and stuff, because it's got that retractable roof. But if you could, he did.
Message sent, message received.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
See you next week. We'll be in Elizabeth the next week,
All
next
right.
2 Wednesdays. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here. We've got a few more things to tell you about right after this from Ivy Hall Nursing Home, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I got asked the question, what is HOSA? HOSA stands for Health Occupation Students of America, and it's for high school students who think they want to pursue a career in the medical field, but they're not exactly sure what they want to do.
I joined HOSA because I've always had a passion for the health career field, and I wanted to be around other people that shared that passion as well.
What we do with HOSA is we go to competitions like in Knoxville, Nashville, and Chattanooga. We help with the Morris Regional Blood Drive around 3 times a year, and we also do some community outreach with local healthcare facilities.
The thing I love most about HOSA is probably getting to interact with the community. A lot of times we get to go to Ivy Hall Nursing Home and we get to play bingo with the residents, especially at Christmas.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Get our guest to wrapping this thing up. We want to say thanks to Kim Adler from Dancing with the Stars, along with Forrest Holt, our athletic director at Elizabethton, and his wife, Jessica Holt, all about the Dream Team Camp coming up on September 23rd. Appreciate that very much. Also, we had, of course, Greg Sire, Major League Baseball update. Jeff Birchfield couldn't make it today. He's tied up in one of the media days, and totally understand that. It's out of his control. And also, Donnie McCarty came and talked about the Isaiah 117 House golf tournament coming up on August the 26th at Pine Oaks. So big thank you to all those folks. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, don't forget, coming up on Friday, starting at midnight Friday till Sunday at midnight, will be no tax weekend for back to school, backpacks, computers, clothes, socks, pens, pencils, tennis shoes, you name it. It's all going to be on sale for back to school. And no, I say on sale, there'll be no taxes. And some of the places will be on sale, including at Double C. All the kids' clothes are 30% off. 20% off marked down plus the 10%, which is your tax rate. So you're going to get clothes for the kids at Double C Western Supply for 30% off the regular price. That is a huge savings on Hey Dudes and blue jeans and shirts and T-shirts and whatever, ball caps, whatever you need at Double C Western Supply. Also, of course, all the downtown businesses, including Duck Crossing, the Eagle Center, Co-op, both of those, along with Cannon Furniture, celebrating Christmas in July this week in downtown Elizabeth. They've all got specials going on. And we, of course, would tell you that the Coffee Company, our new sponsor at halftime of the Cyclones, a good place to go and get you a good cup of coffee or a sandwich at the Coffee Company in downtown Elizabethton, our new halftime sponsor of the ball games in 24 days. So, anyway, that's coming up. School getting ready to crank up. As we said, the first schools, Greenville City rolls back in. Make sure I don't say it wrong. Here we go. All right, it was a Greenville City. Greene County schools start next Tuesday. Johnson City will go next Wednesday. And then you roll into Johnson City next Wednesday. Then you have Carter County, Elizabethton City, Greenville City, all going back in next Friday. And then Monday a week, August the 7th, you would see Hawkins County, Johnson County, Kingsport City, Rogersville City, Sullivan County, and Unicoi County all going in. Washington County's first day of school will be next Wednesday as well. So it's here. The back-to-school sale going on, again, at Double C Western Supply on a no-tax weekend. So it's a good place to go in and stock up on kids' clothing for the upcoming school year at Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street in Elizabethton. So, hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for your time. Thank you again for being with us. Can't thank you enough as we celebrate the birthday today of Sandra Bullock, who is 59, Mick Jagger, who is 80, the lead man of the Rolling Stones, still out there singing, and then Bob Lilly of the Dallas Cowboys, legendary lineman, Hall of Fame lineman, is 84 today. And those are some of the birthdays going on today here on this Wednesday, July the 26th. Back with you tomorrow from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton. And then Friday we'll be parking the show, and we'll be involved in the Elizabethton High School Media Day for the football team, the girls soccer team, cross-country team. Who am I leaving off? Girls soccer, cross-country, football. There's 5 of them. Golf, boys and girls golf. And volleyball will not be there on Friday, and so will the cheerleaders be there as well. So you get a chance to meet the award-winning cheerleaders from Elizabeth. And all that coming up on Friday morning right around 8 o'clock. We'll stream it live from the bank at Citizens Bank Stadium. All right, back with you tomorrow. Out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, the verse today. And we'll wrap it up. We always wrap up with the verse today. Giving credit where credit's due, of course. And that would be Psalms 91:11, for he will command his angels, a command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. What a great way to finish up the show. Show number 1898 today from Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Back with you tomorrow. Until then, as always, we'll tell you, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1898 of the Tom Dillon Sports Show live today at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. So long, everybody.